welcome back. Thanks for hanging with us on the stream while we set this stuff all up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. We are ready. Ready to double check that I didn't just dox myself. No, none of this stuff matters. None of this stuff matters. We will update our stream info here. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging tight with me there while we get that set up. So, we have got about an hour left of our stream here today. We are gonna get started on this awesome set from BlueBrixx. Very dramatic, yes. This awesome set from BlueBrixx here. We we had the classical music going while we built the Books Are My Passion thing, but maybe we're on to a different vibe now. What do you say? Let's go back to our usual. Our ambient tip. This is what we usually do. Okay, so we are going to get into this here. If you're not familiar with the BlueBrixx stuff, this is a German brick building company. They had the Star Trek license for a while, although Airwolf told us that they just recently lost that, so no more Star Trek sets from them. But they do have a number of RIP sets here. So this is the Big Blue Runner, quote unquote. Not going to be calling it a spinner. Not going to be labeling it as Blade Runner. But I mean, look at it. You see it right there, right? I mean, that's from Blade Runner. So, you know, what are you going to do? We're huge Blade Runner fans. My dad loves this movie very much. Grew up watching this a ton with him. I've since watched it many, many times. I love the Denis Villeneuve sequel from a few years ago. This is like an all-time classic movie. I don't think it's like a perfect film. It's just a film that I love a lot. So, but yeah, we're gonna get into it here. So we got our BlueBrixx box here. It's got a set image on the side and stuff, and we will see what this build is like, because it kind of varies from them. So the Astronomer's Lighthouse set from them, which we just built recently, was numbered bags, but it was like 8 numbered bags for like a 6,000 piece set. So still, yeah, see, this is what I was afraid of. Some of the other builds are like this too, where we've got these bags that are just kind of a variety of things, and all the colors here are going to be so similar. It's going to be a little tricky here at times to get this happening. So there's going to be some amount of digging and organizing here that is going to need to happen in order to facilitate this build. So to that end, rather than trying to do too much pre-pro, where we're digging around in these bags and stuff, we only have an hour to get started here. We are going to just kind of get into it here as best we can. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. All this This dark blue is really going to be tough, isn't it? It's going to be tough. We're going to do our best here. The first thing we're looking for should be relatively easy to find here. Some bigger pieces there. Not big enough. So this is going to be a pretty time-consuming build, probably, relative to the amount of pieces it is. Like, it's only 1,000 pieces, but our experience with this stuff historically has been that it's kind of challenging to get going on it, get accustomed to where the pieces are in these bags and stuff like that. But eventually you kind of hit a rhythm where you're like, okay, the dark blue 2x1 tiles are in this bag and yada yada. So we'll see. Hopefully it won't be too bad. And before next week, I'll try to organize them a little bit more and at least have stuff like ready to go in tins and cups and things like that. That'll hopefully make it a little easier on us, because getting started here can be interesting. Airwolf, welcome in. You detect the presence of a BlueBrixx set on the stream here. So let's see, we need 2x3, 2x4, and 2x6. So here we go. This is where we start to, like I said, you kind of learn the language here. So this we know has the 2x8 black in it. Lurk it up, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. I hope you're having a nice evening over there in Germany. I hope the weather's not too crazy. It's been pretty nutty over here with winter getting going. But yeah, thanks for popping in. It's nice to see you. Alright, so here we got our 2x6. So there's all the kind of bigger plates are together here. Can't really see what we're even supposed to do here. This could be... No. It could not be. It's 7 on the bottom. Okay, so this is our 6. Yeah, for sure. We appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoy the stream here. Alright, so here's our 2x4s. Hi, kitten. Is that a box? Yeah, it's a cardboard box for a kitten. Literally just a cardboard box. I don't think we're... Ooh, -2 Celsius. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. We're supposed to get some nice freezing rain overnight here, so tomorrow everything's going to be just coated in ice. So that'll be exciting and fun. You gotta love winter. It's brutal. Alright, here's our 2x3s. So yeah, we just gotta train our eyes here to see the differences in all these dark blue and black plates here. So really easy, no problem. No rain, no snow. Well, that's good news at least. I mean, the really cold is brutal. But precipitation is, and that's what really bums me out. I don't like having to drive and all that stuff. Alright, so we're looking for the underside plates here. check bag by bag. Don't remember having seen it in the bags that we've already opened. See, this bag is just all 1x1 and 2x1s. Come on. Okay, here we've got some of what we're looking for at least. Okay, yeah, we've got both components here. So no problem. These bags are really long and tall, which is presents an interesting problem for us here. It might be time to bust out some cups here. Let's get this step done. Woo! Ooh, excuse me. And then we'll get some cups going here. I think, you know, I was trying to delay that kind of pre-pro action here, but I don't think that's gonna work out, unfortunately. We're gonna need to get into it a little bit here. Okay. Plates on the underside here. And let me quick run and grab some containers here. Thank you, Airwolf. I appreciate that. I've been sneezing up a storm. One of the joys of being a lifer in the restaurant industry is having constant access to quart and pint containers here. So we'll start to create some organization for ourselves as we go. We're just, you know, some of these really long, skinny bags we're just going to need to dump out, as, you know, it's just going to have to be that way. So okay, flip this back over. 1x6 black. Immediately spotted. I'm a genius. Dump these out. How many bags are there here total? Like 20? Kind of a lot. That's going to be the easiest to organize all this, but we will make it happen. Oh my goodness. That's a big plate. It's got to be in here. Oh yeah. Hello, can I come in, please? I already got something out here. It shouldn't be impossible to open this. Go. All right. Nice big plate to get us started here. Chief Masters, they've been around. Ripley's been around doing stuff. Gozer's probably off sleeping somewhere. He's a little more tired. Now that we've got the kitten, he's relinquished some of his mousing duties at this time. How's the little Dickens? All right, we got 2x3 black ones are in here. We're going to start by checking out the start by checking out the bags that are already open. Trying to go from there. So we need a 3x3 and 2x1, as well as these wheel axle guys. No luck here. So 2x1s gotta be in here, right? Yeah. All this stuff. So we get these into a half pint here. Got a lot of trash to pick up at the end of our session here today. Okay. Oh, we need 4 of these. Okay. Sure. Set inside here. So we still need the 3x3s. We need the axles. Axles are right in here. So we'll get another one going here. We might be able to combine some of these. Like this stuff is not taking up a lot of room in here, so we can probably open up something else into this one at some point. Okay, but we need to find that other piece before we can actually get the axles on here. So let's find that next. Hinge. Oh, it's so difficult. All the colors are so similar. Bibs and bobs. Probably not a ton of these either, which makes it harder to see. There's our 3x3s, so we'll go ahead and open this up real quick. Pour it out. Dreaming of mouses, yes, he's hard at work imagining what it would be like to give chase again someday. Alright. I didn't see those axle pieces in here. We'll give a quick look before we move on to greener pastures. No such luck. We'll get these 3x3s set in here. And let's see, back to the hunt here. Ooh, this is some pretty Blade Runner-y music here. That'd be awesome if we could just listen to the score while we build this. Blade Runner's got a great score. There we go. They're right in here. Okay. Business. Yeah, great score. Absolutely love the soundtrack to this movie. We just watched the Bob's Burgers episode where they do a Blade Runner parody as well. Classic. Alright, check this out. So some silver grates. I see those right here. Just gonna keep opening these up. We have no choice. Got 2 of these. Okay. Oh wait, no. This has studs on both sides. I need it with studs on one side. which do not appear to be mixed in here. Oh, they tricked me. Those tricky trickers. And then we've got 1x1 tile. Probably in here. Yep. But we can't attach that until we find the other stuff that we're looking for. Come on. Little baby, get on out of there. There we go. But we've got that ready to go here. Oops. My fault. So yeah, we need a 1x1 stud on top and a 2x2 stud on top. Here we've got headlight bricks, but that's not exactly what we need. This is just 2x2 bricks. Yeah, usually they'll have like pieces that are very close to the same spread out from each other, which is nice. Makes it a little easier. Okay. No, that was the first one we looked at. Alright, tricked again. Let's see here. So 1x1 brick with stud. Okay, this is one of what we need. Alright, making progress here, albeit slowly. But we still need the 2x1 block with this. Which could be in here. No. Maybe in here. I don't know. I feel like it could be. I'm going to dump this out because this one's really full of stuff. And the lid makes it hard to see. Now, it's mostly tiles. Tiles and curvy pieces. Oh, we found it. Well, it was in a thing that was already open, and we opened a bunch of other stuff to try to get it, but we found it. I'm going to call that a win at this juncture. Okay. Then I'm gonna need stone on top, the ones where they drop down. Okay. Alright, we see those. Go ahead and add this stuff with this one. I think that's not overburdening this cup. There's kind of a lot going on in there, but make it happen. Okay. So now we need the 2 wide version of this, which this, okay, and that's our final cup already. Okay, so we need roughly double the amount of cups I grabbed. I do have more. I have more. Let's see. And then we've got here, this is an interesting non-Lego piece. Studs on both sides. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Yeah, these, without the numbered bags, these builds are always slow going at first, so bear with us here. Not trivially easy, but it does get easier as you go, because you just start to learn the language of the bags to a certain extent, and you also just have less total components remaining as you go. That makes it go a little faster. I mean, you can literally see right here, it's like it's not always going to accelerate by this much. I've gotten kind of lucky on finding all these components as quickly as I have, but you know, it's kind of a demonstration of the microcosm of what it's like to get all of this stuff together quickly here. Block, no studs. I think we saw that already, but where? It might slow down again a little bit, but that's okay. We'll find what we're looking for. Oh dear. It's frustrating because I know we saw them already. Here we go. And then drop down one by ones out here. Drops down one by one, swings up. Probably could also be in here, because I did combine two bags in this. I didn't see it though. Maybe this guy? No. It's gotta be with some little stuff. Two by ones that swing up. So many little piece is just ever so slightly different. Let's take it here just to get it dropped down. Too small to be in that. This must be... Pieces are always grouped together in the right size. Here we go. We're so quickly running out of storage solutions here. Oh no, those are the 2x1s only. I just opened that bag for no reason. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's okay. We'll find what we're looking for. Yep, here we go. Damn this. Alright, well this can live together with this stuff. Big pile of plastic on the bottom. Alright. Swings up. Oops. Break everything that we've made. Classic. One by four on top. Okay. There we go. We are in it. Couple of 2 wide cheese slopes. Where might those be? No, those are tiles. Okay, here we go. Cheese slopes, easy peasy. Silver vent on a 2x1. Okay, easy peasy. Now we just need this black 3-2 jumper. Could be anywhere. Please don't be in another bag that we have to open. That would be incredibly mean of them to do. They're just ripping the band-aids off. I found dark blue 3-2 jumpers. Right? Colors are so similar. Why does navy blue have to look so cool? Here. Not in Tiny Land. Those pieces are all too big. Pieces are too big. They're in here. They're in here. Another tray. Alright, we're out. We're empty. We're completely devoid of options now. I will be forced to stand up and go get stuff if we need to dump out any more of these bags. So just a word of forewarning. That is pretty likely to happen at some point. This can go in with this, I guess. I said pretty likely, not certain. This stuff can definitely go in there. I'm gonna have to double check all these bags to make sure we're good on the pieces being emptied out before I throw them away there. Clear. Go. Line them up as best we can. Okay. Alrighty, connect this on now using these studs. Is this going to be mirrored? Because if it is, and it very likely is. Oh no. Oh god. Okay. Then hopefully we retained where everything is. Yes, it is mirrored. Alright, so we'll see how quickly we can get through this here. Now that we know what we need and where it is, hypothetically, should go faster. Will that be the case in practice? I already don't remember. Didn't remember something, but we found it rather quickly. That's good. Off to a pretty good start here. Drop down. Drop down. Invert. Tile. Okay. So far, so good. Was the one by one. I've forgotten where the one by one was. There we go. Stud. Down. Where's the... No. Need the one by one in the middle here. Okay. then this, then a 1x4. Okay. Not so bad. Cheese slopes. Jumper. And lights. Yeah, see? Went a little quicker. Not so bad. So the idea is, as we continue to build, it will continue to get easier. Of course, when we take a week off, after working on this for, let's call it 30 more minutes today, then we'll have forgotten where everything is, and it will be hard again. But we will relearn it. We have the power, and next week will there we go. Hey Ringbolt, welcome in. Hope you've been having a nice week so far. We are working on the Blue Runner from BlueBrixx here. This is a Blade Runner rip from them. Just getting started here. Very discombobulated with the organizational system here. I gotta say, it really makes me miss the numbered bags of Lego, and we're like barely just getting started. But we've done a few of these builds from them in the past, and they get better as you go. Easier to find what you're looking for. Yep, the old BlueBrixx. Let's see here. Okay, this is back on top here. Let's see. Ooh, I think we're gonna have to open. We're gonna have to open this. Yep, we are. Let me grab a couple more cups here. I should only need to. Well, actually, we can share real estate with this big tray here. Get this stuff all out. Very good. And take a peek at what we got in here. Be kind of out of sight, out of mind over on the other side of the desk there. Okay. By one. No problem. Now we need a 2x2 tile and a 3x2 tile. Black. Here's the 3x2. Across the bridge. Yeah, no, you definitely did. We have enjoyed all of the sets that we've built from them, and certainly not having the luxury of the numbered bags is a downside. But they have a lot of cool stuff, and we have enjoyed the builds. They tend to have some really interesting build techniques going in them, so they have been fun. I am very appreciative of the tip. I mentioned earlier that you were the one that turned us onto this when I mentioned it like just before you logged in. So I always make sure to give credit where credit is due, because I would have never known about this company. if I was a 2x2 black plate, I would be here. Yeah. Nope. That's a jumper. Might still be in here. There we go. Okay. That goes right there. And okay, we're getting into some greebling already here. Let's see here. We got the ink pots. Ink pots all over. I love a good early bit of greebling. Every section has to have detail here. This has the grades too. Oh no, those are blue grades. So if I were a black grade, I'd be right here. Pretty distinctive piece. Easy to spot, relatively speaking. Oh, okay, well we know where these jumpers are. Does this set? Two, yeah, okay. Right here. There must be one more in here. Okay. 2x1 black tile. These are, oh, looks like 2x1 black tile is in there too. Okay, easy peasy. So now the grates, 6 of them. Get our detail on. Here. Oops. There we go. Okay. Making pretty decent progress here. Okay, drop down. Studs are here. Force right here. Now, these little circle tiles. Right here. Looks like there's just 2. See it? Yeah, it's like, okay, we've already got these in place, and we won't ever have to deal with this element again. So, it does start to move more quickly as you get accustomed to things. Locations of the pieces, and the BlueBrixx brick quality is really high. Like, their grip strength is nice, they feel good, they're good to build with. Which is important. Oops. Steps are starting to move a little more quickly here. Yeah, there's some handlebars, okay. We'll put these in while we think about where those moving pieces might be. I think there's some under here. No, those are the opposite inclines there. Oops. On backwards as I was trying to multitask. One more. Okay. So, pieces. Here's the 2x2s, 2x1s. Oh, they're right here. See, not so bad. Oh, it's kind of bad if you drop pieces and lose them, but bricks. That's a big piece. That might be in this stuff. It's a 1x8 in here. Maybe in here. Yep. 1x6. This bag out. I can't afford it. Can't afford it. There we go. Okay. We're safe. Safe from having to stand up for now. One by 10. It's surely in here. Oh, this is 12. This is also 12. That is 10. There we go. And 1x4. Yeah, these guys. Perfect. Go. Alright, these guys. Where did we see these? No. Should be a whole bunch of them. At least 5, right? So, okay, here we go. Got them right in here. These are going to go all along here, like so. These half tile, half plate guys. Oh, we've seen those somewhere. They're in here. Okay. So 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. That's some 2x1s. Sides here. So I'll create a bracket with studs. Jumper goes in here. stud. This onto the back here. Like so. Good. Okay, alright. Another structure here. Start with a 1x8. What do we think? Okay, 1x8s are separate from the 10s and 12s. Stick on top piece. 1x3s. I see it. Vertical striping facing up. 2x3 blocks. Curvy pieces in there. By 3 blocks. Here we go. Set that out. Okay. Good. Haven't had to dump that bag yet. Go on the ends. 2x tall stud knot on top piece. Get the actual block one. Let's see. Probably in the same kind of places we were just looking. Let's see, we need these two for stud on both sides. Can we get these on now? Yes, we can. We still need that tall version of it. Keep going for a little bit here. We got some time. We want to get far enough in this that when we start it up again next week, it is a little easier, hopefully, to get going. That'll be our plan. Yes, there you are. Can I get you out of here without dumping this bag? That'd be swell. Perfect. If we could get enough progress in to be able to combine a couple of these, that would be really choice. That's probably pretty optimistic though, unless we go for a really long stream. We'll maybe go like a little extra here. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. Hole, a tank pinhole. I feel like I've seen that, though I don't remember where, but we know where these guys are, so let's start with these. 4 more of the stud on both side guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have to find this piece with it. to be terribly many of these. So you'd think it'd be relatively easy to locate. Yep, there we go. We need a 1x10, which we know to be in here. Just mixed in with all these 12s. Is that a 10? That's a 10. There we go. Okay. Very good. Ooh. Okay. So 1x1s start here. As we build up the sides, it's going to be a 1x1 tile. Then, it's so hard to see where the lines are. Okay, 1x1 brick with stud. Those are corner ones only. Which means they are, here we go. Okay. Studs on both sides are in here as well, so you gotta be careful. I'll grab those. And then we have this tall version of this. This right here. This cup is deteriorating pretty quickly. It's possible we could get that combined with something if we keep dipping into it as frequently as we have been. And a 12. I see. This stuff was supposed to have another 10 in between it that I missed. Not a problem. Can get it in there, and we even need a 12 too, so we can take one out. Make it a little easier on ourselves trying to find the other 10. Oh, there we go. Easy peasy, lemon breezy. So this was supposed to go in right here. Then this stuff. And then a 12 all along the top here. Very good. Very good. There we go. Now, okay, single bricks, headlight bricks. Double-sided ones. Is that? No, it's not double-sided. No. This is the studs on one side only version, which of course is in here. And these studs will be facing up. Bricks are here as well as the headlight bricks. Pretty convenient. The headlight bricks are going to be facing down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, and a 1x12 for the top. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, we need these 1x4s for spacing. Those tall guys. hoist this up to the top of the bag. Oh, great success. Then I have to do just one more in here. Oh, there we go. That one was near the top the whole time. These are stacked. And face like so. And now we need these windows. Windows are in here. Windows have some scratches on them already, unfortunately. Kind of the nature of the beast here. 1x6. So I think this is going to be the underside here, because I believe these the spinners have windows on the bottom, which is pretty cool. Drop some stones down. Not yet. Can't get those yet. First we need these guys? No, those drop down. I need them to go up, but they could both be in here. Yeah, and they are. So yeah, there's the ones that go up. Side here. Oops. Up. Then these are going to go here over the gap. Okay. That. And the 1x4 in the middle here to keep this flush. These tall bees that are in here, well, we might be able to condense this one down. That would be pretty nice. Okay. Then these are going to get 1x1s. Top. 2x1 to lock it in place, and it makes this entire row flush. Okay. 2x1 brick. Right in the middle. Just a simple 2x1 brick. Which of course, I guess we'll start with these since I happened to cross them. These are going to go right here and right here. I guess those don't have an orientation anyway. 2x1 brick. Right here. And those are not 1x1 bricks. Those are... Let's see if we can find them. They're like a little alcove. Yeah. These guys. There's a little indentation there. So those might be making space to accommodate a stud or something, or it might just be a greebling detail. We'll see. Okay. 1x8 rail at the sill. Haven't seen that. Okay, there we go. I know I've said it a bunch, but you can see what I mean, where you really do start to get a feel for like where things are going to be. You know, you just kind of intuitively know, like, oh, this sort of piece is going to be with these sort of pieces, and you just kind of figure it out as you go. Just need these curvy guys. That's the underside ones. They're right here. Very good. Capping off all our studs here, so we're probably at the end of this part of the build here. Let's see. Not quite. A couple more things to do yet. So these guys here. I think this is going to be the floor of the main cabin. Cockpit, if you will. That's a jumper. They're in here. They're in here. What are those guys? We found a few of them. Yeah, they are in here. Okay. Got plate half tiles. Okay. I'd be curious to see how delicate this one is, because the one from Blade Runner 2049 that we built is pretty delicate in some ways. It's, you know, it's not like incredibly super fragile, but there is that wheel is pretty loose. Black 1x4, huh? That was a black 1x4. If it was a black 1x6, I'd be in here. Oh, there we go. And here we go. Armrest piping is in. Huh. These don't have as prominent of injection marks as their Lego counterparts do. It's kind of damning. Inside, decently flat there. My coffee's cold. I got too invested in the build. Flip this over here and do some greebling on the bottom. We've got this same sort of cluster of lights here. I love the lights on the underside here. They swoop over top of you, since these guys fly. This is an interesting technique. So with these guys, instead of having the tiles here, we're going to have, instead of the plates, we're going to have tiles, but they're going to be inverted to where they stick into these guys. So hopefully these have got as good of clutch as their Lego counterparts do. Well, this one's kind of damaged. This one's a little malformed. You can see that. Let's see. Hopefully there's enough that can be an extra. Because the other ones are good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to use it. That's a shame. Just a little bit malformed. Maybe it's like all smooth. Not quite enough plastic in the mold there. But that's okay. It's a vehicle, you know, that can be a wear and tear issue. In the glum and gloomy future of Blade Runner, the fact that there would be, you know, maybe some not quite fresh and new components makes a good deal of sense, actually. And yeah, they're in there pretty good. Clutch power is good. Okay, and then the underside here also, we have got set into these headlight bricks. We've got some cheese slopes here, little bumps to help with the aerodynamic nature of the runner here. Vent for greebling. Probably do more greebling on these other studs, eh? Yeah, something here. Alright, black 2x3. Cool. Sits right here toward the middle of it. Occupies the studs. Oh, okay. That's a big guy. Where are they? Where is he? Here they are. Yeah, that looks cool. This is gonna sit in right here. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, that feels nice to connect up. There we go. And then yeah, this is the floor there. Pretty cool. And let's see. 246. Let's keep going for a little bit. Probably wrap up pretty soon. We'll stop when we see like another like big structure being indicated, but like this is probably gonna be like this or something like that. I think we can rock on this for a little bit longer here. So is that that's a 10. One by 10 and a 1 by 3. Okay. Just hold that there for now. Here. 6 and a 1. Okay. And these are the studs dropping down, which are here. These are going to go under these plates. That's 2, 3, 4 of these, and then a single, because this is an odd number long. And then 2 more. I think that's how it is on the instructions here. Really hard to tell where the gaps are, but it looks like the one is right there. Okay. these slopes on the side here, except for a single, which we know to be right here. Okay. Three right here, and a 1x4 right here. We got these guys, and a cheese slope facing up, like so. Okay. Yeah, how did I know? How did I know? Slightly offset here, is that? Seems to be by design. But it's flush with the front. Oh. Okay, so there's a little divot right here, but this front area is flush. Okay, strange, but yeah, it's a firm connection. Very good. Mirror this up on the other side. Yes, indeed. So we got the 1x3. We got the 1x12. Wait, no, it's not supposed to be a 12, it's supposed to be a 10. 10. We go to the next step to see how these should be oriented. And we start dropping down. They're in here, right? Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, we'll connect them up. A single one goes right here. Okay. Well, we're using up a lot of these. They were present in this bucket in abundance, and now I might be using up the rest of them. Pretty close to it anyway. Having to dig a little to find them here. There might be a couple left in there. Flip this. The single goes right at the front here. So these guys. This and this. Oh, very good. Staple this on here. Bit of strain to get that on there, but not terrible. Alright, well, I said, well, let's keep going a little bit longer until we see another big structure. I see no reason to deviate from that plan now, unless I can't find where my 2x3s are. 2x4. They're like in here or something, aren't they? Yeah. Black cheese slope. Maybe they're right here. Okay. Speaking of right here, there's also these armrest things. I mean, yeah, we're still building out our cabin here. Flip this over. Okay, here we go. We've got our first BlueBrixx special piece here. So let me see. Where's that rod at? The applicator rod. I can just use one of these. So, well, let me see here, actually. I wonder what color it is. It's like light blue. Whatever. So there's an applicator rod. It's basically one of these rods, but a little longer, and there's like a lip on it, kind of a wide part, but let's see where these tiny guys are at. They're in here. Okay, so basically this is a stud. You can put it into the underside of a plate or tile, put it onto these wands. I'll show you the lip there to help apply them. So we're going to flip this. I'm going to ease it in like so. Go a little deeper on there if you need a little more clutch, and then just brace it with like a thumbnail. Pull that out. So now we have a stud directly on the underside of this. Deeply, deeply forbidden in Lego builds. But this component right here is one of the coolest things that BlueBrixx has going for it, in my opinion. They're pretty reserved with them, you know, but they can be very helpful to making. I don't even see. Is that literally just a spacer? It's literally just a spacer there. You can see it, barely see it there. Alright. That works. Other side here. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. And then we'll see what the next step is. And then maybe we'll be done. Maybe. Just had all this stuff. This is this. Yeah, okay. Flip. Use this rod as an applicator. Okay. One went in nice and smooth. And so too this on the other side here. Okay. To these seats. Okay, let's make a deal. We're gonna do these 2 seats, and that is gonna wrap it up. Yeah, we're gonna do these chairs and then probably wrap up. I think we've been going for 2.5 hours, so a little over what we usually do. Not too crazy, but I do have a couple things I need to take care of before work. So we're gonna build these up and then bounce. So if I don't catch you before I log off, Airwolf, it was nice to chat with you. I'm glad you had time to stop by today. We're gonna build these concurrently too. Black L brackets. Come on here like so. Black 2x2s. Tiles. Oh, yeah. Okay. Both 2x2 tiles are in here. Looks like. Clips. Those clips. Yeah, but they're sideways clips, so not those. Okay. So if I were those sideways clips, where would I be? Here, but no. This is, yeah, these are just hinged. Yeah, this is like they forgot to put a piece in and had to add it at the last minute type of vibe. But hey, gets the job done. Oh, it is these. Okay, I see. They just go on differently than I was expecting. So yeah, they're not going like this. They go like this. So those are the ones. So there's a couple of them. And a couple more. A couple more. There we go. Yeah, it's really scary to think about these sets missing a piece because there's a decent amount of pieces that are not available in a Lego form, so they're not trivially easy to replace here. Okay, got those. Black 1x1s. Here. Tiles. Make sure we grab the right color. Okay. 1x1. 1x1. Tiles. Okay. There we go. We get our armrests going here. These are also going to be black 2x4, so I need 2 of these again. There's one. And there's 2. We need saw these guys. Yeah, there we go. These guys. And a 2x2 in the middle. Like so, and then they clip on. Oops. Kind of fragile. Ah, really fragile. Good lord. Okay. That's fine. They're going to get pushed down into something, but we'll just have to have a little pressure on the backside as we apply these. Okay. That's the end of those. So we've definitely used up a few components here. All right. Go 2x1. I think those are grates. 2x1 tile. 2x1 plate. 2x1 tile. And then 2x4 plate. Tile, excuse me. I always say the wrong ones. It doesn't matter. You can call them whatever you want. You don't have to be beholden to the prevailing sentiment. I mean, I recognize that these are terms that Lego itself uses. Okay, and then we've got these car hood pieces. Where could those be? Those could be in here. Well, they don't appear to be. They can be in here. And they are. Okay, there's one. And two. And then we need these wing pieces as well. Which those could also be in here. Look like they are, though. They could be in here. They don't seem to be. That looks pretty nice. Pretty slick. And then the wings go behind it, I guess? Yeah. Blue. That's all blue. My work is blowing me up. Alright, well, that's okay. We can call them back in a minute or two here. This goes on the back of the headrest. And we get these in place here, like so. Like so. Okay. There's our chairs. Alright, and that is where we're going to leave it today because my work is going crazy right now. So I got to find out what is going on with that. But, thank you so much for watching. And make sure to check back next week. We'll have a good solid 2 hours to work on this. And it looks like we're about a quarter of the way through the instructions. So we'll see. Maybe we can knock this out next week, and maybe the week after that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!